Hey everyone, welcome back to English Chat with Paul and Lena. If you're new here, this is the show where we make English simple, fun, and useful for your daily life.
That's right. And today's topic is super practical. We're going to help you talk about your daily routine in English.
Yes, you'll learn how to describe your day, what time you wake up, what you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening, and how to make it sound natural.
Exactly. Even if you're a complete beginner, by the end of this episode, you'll be able to say full sentences about your day with confidence.
We'll also give you pronunciation tips, easy grammar reminders, and some fun mini exercises.
So grab your notebook or just listen carefully. And remember, you can pause, repeat, and practice along with us.
All right, let's jump right in and start with the morning.
Okay, Paul. Let's start from the beginning of the day. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, usually I say, I wake up at 6:30. Then, I get up and brush my teeth. Simple sentences like that, short and clear, are perfect for beginners.
Exactly. Let's go over some common morning actions. Repeat after us. I wake up. I get up. I brush my teeth. I take a shower. I get dressed.
Nice. You can also say, I comb my hair. I make my bed. I have breakfast. I drink tea. Or, I check my phone. Come on, we all do that first thing.
Yes, true. And for all these actions, we use the simple present tense. I wake up, I eat, I go. Not I am waking up. That's something happening right now.
Right, so, I wake up at 7, correct. I'm waking up at 7, wrong for daily routines.
Let's try a small practice. Repeat after me slowly. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth. I take a shower. I eat breakfast.
Nice job. Now let's add some more. You can also say, I read the newspaper. I check my email. I leave home at 8.
If you want to sound more natural, you can connect sentences with and then or after that. Like, I wake up at 7 and take a shower. Then I have breakfast.
After that, I go to work. Exactly. Let's build a small paragraph together. I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I have breakfast. After that, I leave for work at 8.
Perfect. Try saying that aloud. You can pause the video and practice. That's your morning routine paragraph.
Now, after breakfast, what do we usually do? Go to work or school, right?
Right. So we can say, I go to work at 9. I go to school at 8. I take the bus. I walk to school.
Nice and easy. And if you want to add more, say, I start work at 9. I finish work at 5. I come back home at 6.
Let's do a little role play. Paul, you'll be a student and I'll be your English teacher.
Okay, I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I go to school at 8. I come back home at 3.
Good. Very natural. Now let's make it longer by adding how you go to school.
I go to school by bus. Or, I walk to school with my friends.
Perfect. Notice that we say by bus, by car, by train, but on foot. So, I go to school on foot means I walk to school.
Good tip. Now let's connect sentences using and or then. I wake up at 7 and take a shower. Then I eat breakfast and go to school.
If you want to sound smooth, try to link your sentences, not stop after each one. Instead of, I wake up, I eat, I go. Say, I wake up, have breakfast, and go to school.
Let's give one more example for office goers. I start work at 9. I check my emails. I attend meetings. I have lunch with my colleagues. I finish work at 5.
Perfect. You can adapt these sentences for your life. Student, teacher, driver, shopkeeper, and anything. Okay, it's afternoon time. What do we do after work or school?
We can say, I have lunch at 1. I take a nap. I do my homework. I go shopping. I meet my friends.
Yes. And remember, in English, we say have lunch, not eat lunch. Have lunch sounds more natural.
Right. You can say, I have lunch with my friends. I have lunch in the cafeteria. I have lunch at home.
Good. Let's add some small talk phrases too. How was your day? It was good. I was busy. I'm tired.
Now, let's make a small afternoon story. I finish work at 5 p.m. Then I go home and relax. I have lunch at 1 o'clock. In the afternoon, I take a short nap and check my phone.
That's a nice routine. You can also talk about hobbies. I paint in the afternoon. I cook something new. I watch short videos.
Haha, yes! Everyone loves watching videos in the afternoon break.
Let's give listeners a little challenge. Think about your real afternoon. Write 3 to 4 sentences like this. I have lunch at 2. I go for a walk. I take a nap for 30 minutes. I study English.
Excellent. Say it out loud while listening. Your pronunciation will get better automatically.
Simple and clear. That's the secret to good English. All right, everyone. The sun is going down, work is done, and it's evening time. Paul, what's your evening routine usually like?
Well, I usually say, I get home at 6. I watch TV. I cook dinner. I read a book. Sometimes I just relax on the sofa for a bit. You know, scroll through my phone, check messages.
Oh, yes, that's everyone's evening these days. Let's teach some more examples for our listeners. You can say, I listen to music. I call my friends. I go for a walk. I make dinner. I spend time with my family.
Right. And if you live with family, try these. I have dinner with my family. We talk and watch TV together. We eat together and share stories about our day.
That's so warm and friendly. You can also say, I help my kids with homework. I clean the kitchen. I prepare things for tomorrow.
Yes. And for those who study or work late, maybe. I check my emails in the evening. I study English after dinner. I plan my next day.
Let's make this interactive. Dear listeners, think for a moment. What do you do every evening? Say it out loud in English. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just speak.
Okay, let's give an example for you to repeat. Ready? I cook dinner at 8, then I relax and watch TV. I call my friends and talk for a few minutes, as I listen to music and read a book before bed.
That's good. You can also make your sentences longer by adding after and before. I eat dinner after I watch the news. I go for a walk before dinner.
Excellent tip. These connectors, after, before, then, and make your speech flow like a story.
Let's build one together. I get home at 6, take a shower, and cook dinner. After dinner, I watch TV and talk with my family. Before going to bed, I read a book.
Beautiful. That's a nice and natural evening routine in English.
So remember, friends, make it simple, make it real, and say it often. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Now it's time to end the day, a bedtime. Paul, tell us what you do before sleeping.
I usually say, I brush my teeth. I go to bed at 10. I sleep at 10:30. But honestly, sometimes I scroll my phone for half an hour before sleeping. Not a good habit.
I think everyone does that, Paul. But yes, bedtime English is simple and useful. Here are some common things to say. I wash my face. I change into my pajamas. I turn off the lights. I go to bed. I sleep around 11.
If you want to sound more natural, you can add, I feel sleepy. I go to bed early. I'm tired after a long day. Lena. Oh, and one more. I set my alarm for the next day. That's something we all do. Yes, that's right. You can also say, I check the weather for tomorrow, or I think about my plans.
Let's make one complete example so our listeners can practice. I brush my teeth. I change into my pajamas. I set my alarm for the next day. I go to bed at 10 and sleep at 10:30.
Perfect. That's short, natural, and easy to remember.
Now let's do a full day example from morning to night, slowly. I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I have breakfast and go to work. I have lunch at 1. I come home in the evening, watch TV, and eat dinner. I go to bed at 10.
Beautiful. That's your complete daily routine in English. And once you memorize that structure, you can change details, time, activities, hobbies, and make it your own.
Exactly. Speaking English is not about memorizing. It's about using it naturally.
All right, now let's make your sentences more interesting. We'll add adverbs of frequency. Words like always, usually, sometimes, never.
Yes, these words show how often you do something. For example, I always wake up at 7. I usually drink coffee. I sometimes watch TV. I never sleep late.
Let's play a quick game. Lena, I'll say an activity and you use one of these words.
Okay, let's try.
Wake up early.
I usually wake up early.
Eat breakfast.
I always eat breakfast.
Go to the gym.
I sometimes go to the gym.
Sleep at midnight.
I never sleep at midnight.
Nice. See, it's fun and easy.
Now let's practice saying times clearly, because pronunciation of time can be tricky. Repeat after me. At 6 o'clock. At 7:30. At 8:45.
Good. You can use them like, I wake up at 6 o'clock. I have breakfast at 7:30. I go to work at 8:45.
Here's a short speaking practice for everyone listening. Repeat slowly with us. I usually wake up at 6:30. I go to work at 9. I have lunch at 1. I get home at 6. I go to bed at 10.
Say it again and again. Repetition is the best teacher.
And if you're feeling confident, try recording your voice and listening back. You'll hear your progress, and maybe even notice small pronunciation mistakes to fix.
That's a great tip. It's what I tell my students. Your phone is your English partner.
Okay, friends, we've reached the end of today's session. Let's quickly review what we learned.
We talked about morning routines, like waking up, brushing teeth, and having breakfast. Afternoon routines, going to work or school, having lunch and relaxing. Evening routines, cooking, watching TV, spending time with family. And we finished with bedtime routines and using time expressions.
That's right. And we also learned how to use adverbs like always, usually, sometimes, and never to sound more natural.
Now it's your turn. Our speaking challenge. Record yourself talking about your daily routine in English. It can be short, just 5 or 6 sentences.
Here's an example. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I go to work. I have lunch at 1. I come home at 6 and watch TV.
Perfect. Simple and easy. Try your version now. Maybe. I go to school. I play football in the evening. I read books before sleeping.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to speak. The more you speak, the better you get.
Exactly. Practice every day, even if it's only 5 minutes. Describe what you're doing. I'm cleaning. I'm cooking. I'm going to bed. This helps you think in English.
And that's the goal. Not just to memorize English, but to live it.
Before we go, friends, don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends who are also learning English.
And next time, we'll talk about how to describe your weekend plans. Another fun and useful topic.
Until then, keep smiling, keep practicing, and keep speaking English every day.
You're doing amazing. And remember, every little sentence you say brings you one step closer to fluency.